Oh, hi, you guys. Okay, I'm immediately sorry, but there you go. Oh, hi, you guys, and welcome to the stream. Today we are playing Wizards and Wardrobes. My second long-term campaign. 16 episodes. This one. Today we play episode 2, The Assassin's Hold. But first, let's get you some links. So these are the social links. We run one of the most inclusive societies on the internet. Come and join us. In Discord, we'll talk about D&D. We talk about rules. We talk about characters. We also post art, and everyone there is really inclusive, really, really helpful and kind. And I'm so proud that I can brag about them. If you want to come and play a game with us, I do a lot of one-shots every week. So get on the Twitter and send me a DM, and I'll get you in a game. We'll get you in the diary. And YouTube is where all of our videos get uploaded. So if you want to catch up, get on YouTube and you can catch up. The prequel to this is episode 1, and also Deserted, which is Tahina's origin story. So there you go. We also have a Patreon, which is doing rather well, and we're very grateful to you all. If you fancy supporting it, head on over and check it out. We are now giving away some merch as part of the Patreon goals, and if you would like to enter a competition for some merch, you can get it in that tweet just there, or if you want to just go straight up and buy our logo, it's also on the on Redbubble. So there you go. Now, without further ado, let's ruin my outfit. Without further ado, let's go and grab the guys. Oh, hi, you guys.
Oh, hey there.
Desert greetings.
Is that a visual representation of Dave? Or? Welcome, guys. Welcome to episode 2. So today, why don't we go around, say hello, tell us who you are, give us a nice little, perhaps your feelings and thoughts after the first episode, and where you are now. We'll go around in camera order. So we'll start with Tahina.
Oh. Hey, I'm playing Forja Flamemane, the Fire Genasi druid who has been born in the desert, and she doesn't know anything else but the desert. And after having encountered 5 strangers that suddenly disappeared, they turned into slush in her hands, the last one. The orcs to whom she had brought those strangers were very miffed at her. And look, there were new strangers that the desert, her mother, brought to her. So the orcs went after 2 assassins who had escaped their attack on the orcish warband, and Forja was left with those 3 new strangers, and lots of shenanigans ensued, being chased by a purple worm, talking to assassins and attacking them, and being poisoned and almost killed, and now being forced to go with Ahmed, the assassin, to the pyramid of the assassins in order to cure Kalek, our barbarian friend. And that was the last thing. We were camping in the middle of the desert after Kalek vomited out a snake, and more snakes came in on us, and yeah, the desert is fun.
Yeah, I think that was the overriding impression, right, Chorus? That the desert was fun?
It's amazing.
Is that you?
Yes, that's me.
Don't want to tell us anything about Kellic?
Yes, sorry. I cannot see anything with that. I was like, what is going on? I have no idea. Hey guys, I'm gonna be playing Kellic Bonewalker, Goliath Barbarian. So Kellic has had a rough day. Lost his greatsword. He's in a not so cool place. He got an axe, but it burns him, so he doesn't know how he feels about that. And after trying to take a swipe at the assassin that was trying to take his companion away, he got shanked and is now I'm just hoping that he survives, because he's got like 1 HP and he's like went down like 3 times. So
Yeah, he has been
see how it
down a
goes.
lot, hasn't he? He's been down a lot. I'm sure that's fine.
Swear.
Charlie.
Oopsie daisy. The high ground is good. There are assassins afoot. Oi, Dave! 2 lips a penny!
And
Hi.
that is a fairly accurate summary of Dave, I think.
Yep.
Yep.
Snake and Kenkus.
Yep. Yep. So, last but most certainly not least, Slade.
How can I follow up with that? Hi. I'm playing Lucian Caveborn, the... I have to remember so much. I play Lucian, the tiefling that has been blessed apparently and has got so much going for him that he didn't know about. Not a fan of Forgia's mother, but we're having fun anyway.
Fantastic. So, we left the party trailing through the desert with Ahmed, the assassin. As you rightly say, Kellic was pretty much down after throwing up snakes and other such horrendous things. Well, in my mind, we're still making our way through the desert.
Well, the last we were at, I was unconscious.
And me too, but they found my good berries and crammed them in Farja's mouth and forced them down her throat so she would stand up again.
I like you.
I like you too. So, is it morning?
Yes, it is morning, Aja. You should know.
Wonderful. I'm going to hold out my hand and I'm going to look what the weather forecast is going to show me.
Mild wind, nothing too crazy today. You can also see the temple that you are marching towards, and it's now only a few hours away, though the dunes make it look further.
Before I let this desert landscape on my hand disappear, I close my hand and I try to create one of those wildflowers that Zelash told me about. And I'm going to hand that one to Dave.
How does it look? What is Folger's representation?
Forja only knows the description of the Eladrin, and she got this little piece of leather that has been dyed green because she didn't know that such a bright color exists. And Zelash did her best to describe it, but in Forja's mind, wildflowers look nothing like the real deal. She saw leather flowers on the armor of the Eladrin, so this thing looks like a living leather flower, completely dyed green. There's no yellow part in the middle or something. It's just one green, weird-looking, slightly sad because it's already starting to wilt in the heat flower. To remember you, to remind you of your home.
Tasty. And she's gonna like hold it in her little wings and check it out. I hear voices in my room. I don't know where they're coming from.
I hear everywhere where you are from. There are wildflowers.
2 tulips a penny.
Are tulips wildflowers?
I like you.
I like you too, little one.
And Dave's gonna go through her various pockets because she's got this kind of. It's like a waistcoat, but it's a really long waistcoat because she's space for her wings because they will one day work and she will one day be able to fly. It's got loads of pockets in it, and They're kind of bits of fabric that have been basically sewn on to make pockets because there's not enough pockets in any outfit for Dave. And she's gonna pull out a brightly colored button that she's gotten from somewhere. It's one of those round ones that are like fabric covered.
Ooh.
And so it's like purple and gold, and she's gonna give that to Bowser. Not Tahina. She doesn't know Tahina.
I take it. Oh, what is it? It looks beautiful. What color is it?
So it's like purple and gold. It's kind of a tiny bit tarnished, like the fabric's been kind of grazed against something, but it's probably like the nicest thing she has on her right now.
I thank you, she says, and puts it in her pocket to sew it later to her clothes. I think we should get going because you all, except for you, and she nods over at Lucian, seem to suffer very much from the heat, and it is going to get very, very, very warm in here.
It's getting to that point of day now where the sun's beginning to rise and the heat's just starting to pick up again. At the moment, it's sort of a tepid temperature in between the two, but distinctly dry.
Yeah, we should go. Because we got, like, people to meet, you know?
Tell me, do you have gifts for that you could give to a keeper of a hold? Forja, you may be familiar with this tradition. I know you do not trade with us very often, but I assume the orcs do a similar gift-giving ceremony.
Oh yes, they do. I am mostly out of stock right now, but I do have this, and my hand goes into my robes, and I produce this slightly curved, wicked-looking dagger. It seems like a part of a scapula, of a shoulder blade, had been broken in part and fashioned. It looks more like a kukri than a dagger because of the wicked curve. Would this suffice?
Yes, that would be plenty. Just something small.
Mm-hmm.
This one comes in need of healing. He can forgo the gift.
Dave, goes.
And I'm just sprawled on the ground, just like.
Dave goes again through pockets, and she finds like a bit of like lacy string, and she like ties it around the dagger into a bow, which is really awkward because her hands aren't really hands because they're wings.
Mm-hmm.
But she does her best.
Ah, this is very good. And I go over to Kelek and hold out my hand to help you up.
Oh, I'm like unconscious. Like I'm not responsive right now.
Didn't we heal you? I slightly remember having eaten that weird stuff, and my healing instead of 8 hit points are only 4.
Right now. I've got 1 HP.
You stabilized him, but he definitely can't
Oh,
walk.
I see.
Yeah. I am out of commission.
Did we have a rest between that, or?
Yes, but the poison stopped him from healing.
Okay. So.
And we still got the kid, right? We still got the orc
Yeah.
infant.
That's my gift.
He's on the horse with the assassin because none of us could carry him / would carry him.
You cannot give a person as a gift. That would be a grave insult. We do not trade in slavery.
Oh, it's not really slavery if you look at it from a different point of view. Maybe it's like a really good protector for your temple. Is this not what you do here?
No. I frown at you.
Like back home, I could probably fetch him for like a couple gold. I've never done it. I've never.
You better be glad I'm not awake for this.
I'm sure we'll. I'm sure I've got something I can give.
I wonder if one of Mother's gifts will help Kelek at least to get up. And I'm going very unceremoniously. This is going to get ugly. I'm going to use good berries. And then I will feed him like a baby bird.
Oh no.
Druids at work.
So you mush up the berries and spit them into his mouth so they are easy to
Yes.
swallow.
Yes.
Dave, seeing this, is going to offer to help. This is the way of people.
Do you do it with good berries though?
Yes.
I mean, Dave.
Oh.
I mean, she can try.
Okay. I was just checking you weren't just gonna do the literal way of your people.
Regurgitating something. I mean, she had good berries for breakfast.
She did.
This is my life. This is Kellick's life right now.
Welcome to the desert.
You are now Dave's baby bird.
Chorus, your health, Kellick's health does go up, but you still cannot stand. The poison is too strong, and
Okay. So am I awake or am I still unconscious right now?
oh, you're sort of drifting in and out.
Okay. Yeah.
So you'll see perhaps where Dave and Forgia are healing you and feeding you. Perhaps instead you see a large crow pecking at your face. You know, that sort of twisted reality sort of thing.
Gotcha.
Can we rouse him enough to put him on the... Did the assassin... Didn't he have a horse or something? Some kind of...
I think you guys left the horses behind, didn't you?
I don't remember.
The assassin.
I didn't think we had horses.
The assassin had a horse. Yeah. That's
Don't. But on the assassin's horse is currently the assassin and the orc toddler.
Well, the toddler's useless now, so we can leave him behind. Can't use him as a gift. Let's put Kellick on there.
You wanted him, and you're going to take responsibility of him.
I just saved him. It's not.
You saved his life. It's yours now.
Oopsie daisy.
I'm just gonna go up to the toddler and be like, "Hey, kid. Great talk. Yeah, we should go."
So, how do we transport your big friend? I could help him stagger along, but I can't carry him.
I will throw him on my horse, as we did last night.
Very good then.
Now, in the hold, there is to be no fighting whatsoever. It is forbidden. To fight in the hold would be to have no honor.
Are we your guests?
You shall be my guests. You have come willingly.
Then we will not fight. It would be a disgrace.
And he just sort of like does a half bow. We shall be there within the hour.
This is
An
good.
hour? Great.
It will be a bracing walk. And I pat your back. Lucian's back.
It's gonna
You said
look
you
at-
like the heat.
I'm pretty sure I said I could withstand the heat. I'm not too sure about liking it. I mean, your mom's pretty cool, though.
Good.
I don't know. My mom's pretty hot. Come on, Slade, get it right.
Forgia's mom has got it going on.
Dave, meanwhile, is like drinking everything from the canteen that Borgia had filled up with her great water. And she's looking around trying to figure out whose canteen she can steal next because she's thirsty. It's hot. She doesn't like the desert.
Oh, Forja has this big iron pot that she filled with water. So you can all drink your fill and refill your flasks.
Does Dave see a bird bath?
And the water as you drink it is icy cold from the night before. Very, very chilling. Yes, that is my name. You can pronounce it properly, Dave. Yes. Oh,
And
come.
she sticks her head back in the pot.
And so as you guys proceed, Is there anything you'd like to do in the hour before you reach the temple?
I
keep watch to make sure that none of us die in the hour in the desert.
Yeah, same here. I'm looking out for trouble and animals and whatever. And I'm also keeping a close eye on the assassin. I'm surprised that he offered guest ride. So,
Dave is hopping along, trying not to burn her feet on the sand.
As you walk along, you will get closer to the hold, and there are some goats near the temple. There's maybe 4 or 5 goats.
We're
And-
talking wild or pits?
Well, as you regard them, Ahmed sort of comes across and says, you'll see our goats. We have the largest herd in the desert.
Mmm, tasty.
Not as good as some things, but yes. Better for milk than meat.
Oh yeah, that totally would make a good gift. Damn it.
And you guys get to the temple. There is a large stone archway in front of you. And Ahmed hops off his horse and proceeds to the front to lead, to announce you. He walks forward and says, Isliana, I come bearing guests and gifts. Can we have entry to your hold? And there is a loud bang as a staff hits the stone floor towards the back of the hold. Yes, Ahmed. Welcome. Welcome with your guests and gifts. Be among us and be free. He turns back round to you and nods his head in.
Mhm.
As you walk closer, he says, make your gifts to the hold, mother.
before I step through the door, I'm going to pull back my hood and reveal the fire that is Forja's hair, as not to deceive them to my true nature. And I also removed the veil that protected my face from the sand.
Oh, this is really happening, isn't it? I'll go last. Is that okay? I'll go last.
I grab your arm and pull you along with me.
As Lucian passes through the door, he disappears.
Oh shit!
Wait, what?
There's a bunch, everyone in the hold gasps. And you hear all around people suddenly start, the prophecies, the prophecies, the prophecies, the prophecies. We'll get to Lucian in a moment.
Oh, is this from last time? Donation? Oh no, who did
Dave,
it?
seeing Lucian disappear, is gonna hop backwards and forwards across the threshold, trying to work out where he's gone.
I'm also stepping twice over the threshold to make sure that nothing happens. And I look at my hands and I'm like, I don't understand this.
Ahmed is looking at you, his face almost aghast, like, this is the truth, this is not a trick.
This was not my doing. I don't know how these people can pop in and out of my desert like this. What is on this doorway? And I put my hand on the wood to investigate it, if there's some form of rune or something. Or is it glowing like the stone where the laddering came out of?
No, it is literally just 2 large lodestones with 1 large plinth across the top. Plain, simple sandstone.
You, I say to Ahmed, is this part of your prophecy? That the blue-skinned one would just disappear.
It is not mine to say, you must ask the hold mother. But he has gone pale.
I wait for a moment to see if Lucian will reappear. And if nothing happens and just sand blows past me, I sigh, shake my head, and go inside. And I hold Dave's hand very, very tightly. Don't disappear, little one.
Yeah, you can take Dave through, no problems. Dave, you pass through the doorway without disappearing. You are proficient at passing through doorways.
I am. Can confirm.
Huh. I keep close eye on Karek as he's passing the door. On the horse?
You hear Dave making some strange twittering sounds as she's like hopping backwards and forwards over the doorway. Does anyone speak Orin by any chance?
Does anyone speak what, sir?
Orin is the air language, I think.
Oh.
Or Auron. Okay. Then you just hear twittering.
I maybe understand bits and pieces because Primordial is like the base language of the elemental languages, right? The others are all derivations of it. So maybe a piece now and then.
You understand like the swear words that are coming out around whatever she's saying.
Okay.
The Hold Mother has rushed down to you. There are several people around who have they've taken almost defensive stances at this use of magic right in their hold, and they look very much on edge. And but Ileana just walks forward almost confidently. Long have we expected this day. Welcome, Forger Flamemane. Long we have feared you. But
I've
today,
come in
you are a guest in our hold.
and I will obey the laws.
And she puts one hand on her breast and bows.
Mm-hmm. And I will promise not to use any magic while I'm in your home.
Your promise is appreciated.
Unless you ask me.
She looks uncomfortable. A gracious offer. I will consider this.
I fear there's some wild magic going on in your hold. I swear on the desert that gave birth to me that I did not make the blue-skinned one disappear.
She sort of looks around at the people around her and says, in tones almost, many will disbelieve what has been told to them for years on year. But when you see all that you have believed to be come to life, there can only be one solution. Prophecies are real. And again, people gasp.
Huh. So this is part of this prophecy.
Indeed. Now, please, I give you the gift of shelter, water, and provisions.
And I will give you this, and I take out the dagger with the lacy bow. We will give you this. And I hold it out to her.
And she'll take it and inspect and say, it is a fine gift. Of course, I will not inspect it in the hold for... Correct me if I am wrong, Forger, this is a weapon?
This is a weapon, indeed.
Long have you made weapons. It is a shame. One such as you could make so much more.
Well, I do make other things, and I open my robes and show my armor that has been enameled with glass. Some things protect, others cut. I also make things just because they are pretty, and I hold out a bauble. But those that I am forced to trade with don't appreciate them as much as those that cut.
And she walks forward and sort of inspects the bauble. And
I offer it to her if she wants it.
she will take it from you. Do you make this using magic?
I make this using my innate nature that my mother bestowed on me. So if you call that using magic, then yes, indeed, this is magic.
She takes a bone from her ear and removes it and puts it in her pouch, and instead hangs the bauble from her ear. And again, around her, people sort of... Let this be a sign of peace between Forja Flamemane, the daughter of the desert, and us, the Hashasins.
Yes,
Now,
you wish.
your friend, he is in need of aid.
Indeed. The heat of battle had been upon him because we had been confronted with many orcs and a sandworm. So he was quick to spring to action. We need to forgive his temper. The desert sun sometimes, strikes some people like that.
Yes.
He's
Yes.
brave and valiant. And I believe he's a good man.
I will take your recommendation. And she calls off some people who sort of lift Kellic and take him away to a Kellic, in your sort of semi-awakeness, you're taken into a room with a stone chamber, and soon salves and other things are put on your wound, and even small slug-like creatures that begin sucking the pus and blood out of your infected wound.
Okay.
Dave would like to closely inspect the bugs.
Yes, you can. So the bugs are about a hand span, about maybe 8 to 10 inches long. They are around 2 to 3 inches in girth. They are slimy, and as they suck the fluids from Kellic's wounds, they sort of pulse all the way down the body. They leave a slime trail on his body as they move about the wound, which is a sort of orangey green sort of colour, sort of close to iodine sort of coloured, I suppose, but nowhere near the same smell. The smell is definitely the smell of pus and blood.
Dave doesn't want to eat these. Dave's gonna hop away. Go back over to Borgia.
Now, come, we have guests. Today we must certainly prepare a banquet.
You honor us.
You shall honor us too with your aid. Come. And she begins walking with you. And with that, we will pan across to Lucian. Lucian. You have
Give me the
spawned...
bill, Doc.
Sorry?
Give me the bill, Doc.
You
What's
have
the damage?
appeared surrounded by water. You are underwater. It is light blue, like there is light all around you. It's not as though you're at the bottom of the sea. It's more like you're in an endless swimming pool. All around you, there is water. You cannot see the surface in any direction.
Great. I'm just gonna swim in a random direction.
As
Actually,
you
no. I'm gonna blow a bubble. Just see where that travels to.
It just stops in front of you.
Not liking my chances. On the wrong race for this. I don't exactly have any magic to get me out of this. So I'm going to hold breath.
Okay, yeah, you let out a little breath and hold the rest. Why don't you make me a Constitution save?
Yeah, because this is going to go great. If you know me.
You've got about 14 minutes a ridiculously long time to hold your breath. It's as though something strange is happening here. You feel strange.
That's that wizard again. That's what's going through Lucian's mind. First is a wardrobe, now it's a stone temple. I think my biggest nemesis is doors.
So far.
I'm just gonna, for a while, he's just gonna sort of panic a little bit because he's in water. But as he's holding his breath and it's not getting too hard to hold his breath. He's just start gliding his way through.
So, as you do this, time passes. And you begin to feel the pressure on your lungs to breathe.
Let's see what skills I got. Can I make... Oh, I'm not very good at any of these. I'm gonna go for maybe an investigation.
Go for it.
To try it, like, is it normal water? Is it... Can I see beyond?
Yeah, give us that investigation. That's a perfect check. On a 13, no, the water is not normal. As you look around you, you see two things. One, it looks like a map of a desert, the sort that Forgia sometimes has on her hand, below you. It doesn't look like something you can swim to, it's just there, like a representation. And the second thing that you see is a large sword. It is a way away from you.
Too far away to get to?
Only one way to find out.
Oh, let's go swimming. I'm gonna attempt to swim over there.
As you are swimming, the desert behind you, it begins to change and move. It looks as though there is a sandstorm blowing, but it's different, it's glowing.
Wow, all this gold is for me?
Thank you for that donation for difficult things for Lucian.
As if the day wasn't difficult enough.
It's like a whirlpool of glowing energy. Sucking. No. Not sucking. Putting some sort of energy into the desert.
Crap, I wish I was training Arcana.
You see
Limited.
the temple. You see ants leaving the temple and attacking the light. And as the light fades, so does the desert.
Oh, I feel like I've just witnessed a prophecy.
The sword glimmers. Make me a constitution save, please.
What could possibly go... Ooh, that's not bad.
On an 18 constitution save, you will know that you do not have long to hold your breath. You have maybe minutes as your stomach begins to heave out of your control. The sword is close.
In the last ditch effort, I'm going to try and burst my way towards it. But at the same time, knowing that this is not normal water, I want to see if it's able to be cut.
Okay. As you grab the sword and cut the water, you begin to feel like you're going to black out if you don't breathe. You need to breathe. You have to breathe now.
God, at that point, I guess I just got to open last ditch effort. As it goes, can't hold any more, just...
Water fills your lungs. And feels good. You exhale, and the water moves through you as though it was air. Below you, the desert reappears. This time, the ants leave the temple and rush towards the light. And a Triton with a golden sword defends the light.
It's not the sword I have, is it?
Where you cut, air begins to suck. And you are drawn to this cut in the water. Thank you very much, Lightfingery, for this donation, as you appear 100 feet in the air above the temple.
Oh no.
Sword in hand.
Oh, well, at least I've got that for a few seconds before splat.
Okay, I have a meta question. By the temple, do you mean the building that we're in?
Yes.
Or some of it? Okay.
Lucian, you begin to fall.
I mean, in true Lucian fashion, he's going to scream like the brave warrior that he isn't.
Does Dave hear Lucian screaming? Very important. Need to know.
So, Dave, I see you currently in the kitchen helping to prepare some sort of buggy feast. Can you please make me a perception check whilst you are... whilst you are preparing food?
Oh, I'm not perceptive. 17! Good job, Dave!
On a 17, you hear a loud whistle from a cooker nearby.
I hop over to the pot and I lift the lid carefully with like a napkin or something, and I look at.
And the whistling stops.
I put the lid down on the side.
Lucian, 50 feet left.
You said it's like a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is gonna...
There is a large canvas, parasol that you can see below you.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna land for that. That's better than my idea.
Can you make me a deck save as you try and steer through the air? It's pretty good.
It's not bad.
You hit this canvas. You hit it at speed. First of all, take me 1d6 damage for carpet burn.
Oh no.
All that PUBG paid off.
Oh, yeah.
Next, the canvas rips and you fall another 20 feet to the floor. Please take 2d6 bludgeoning falling damage.
Oh, I should say I've got 7 hit points left.
No! Just enough.
Shit. And he's unconscious.
You crash down onto a wooden object which breaks under your weight from this fall, and a door opens. Attack on the hold! Attack on the hold! Raise the alarms! Soon, all of you, even Kellock in his stupor, will hear the call to arms.
Gonna fumble for something and just be like,
Yep, your hand grips something squishy.
What is... I'm gonna look at it.
As it latches onto your thumb, it is a bug.
I'm just
As
gonna
you
be
hold it, it just...
like... Yep, that's it. That's it for me, because I'm not capable right now.
I sort of feel like Kellic and I's destinies need to switch.
As the assassins raise the alarm, Forja looks as if to get up. I guess she's with the Hold Mother, and she says, "As your guest, I offer to fight by your side to defend your homestead."
Perhaps we must find out who it is who has less honor than a dog to attack our hold whilst we have guests. It can only be the orcs. And they are rushing towards the main entrance, but there's confusion as people call out from the hold mother's bedroom. And soon you are all rushing up the stairs to approach in sort of warrior format, in a warrior sort of V into the room. and find Lucian. He has smashed his way through the canopy and through the bed of the Hold Mother.
Dave, for the record, has a saucepan on her head, the saucepan lid in her hand like a shield, and a chopping knife in the other hand.
I have my scimitar at the ready, and they have revealed my face, and I look totally stunned.
Oh, and her rug from last session is tied like a cape. So.
Your friend has returned. I do not know whether I should approach or...
Let me, I say, and come closer, very carefully, gently stepping over bits and pieces of wood and canvas, looking down at Lucian. Does he look alive?
He looks... Good question. Give us a death saving for Lucian.
Yes. Great. Yes.
He looks like he's not going to die. As
But
a
he-
golden sword thuds into the bed next to him, point downwards.
I look up to see if there are more things coming down from the heavens.
Just a small shred of cloth from where the sword was hanging.
I get a bit away from the sword, looking at it with a side eye, and then down at Lucian. It did not hit him, right? It's sticking beside him on the floor, right?
Yeah, sitting next to
So
him.
he's okay. Okay. And he's unconscious. He's alive, I say to the Hold Mother, but barely. Do I have permission to heal him?
Do not waste your magic, Svaja. We can take him to the infirmary and heal him there.
All right then.
Uh,
You should hurry. I think he is indeed the one. This can only mean some form of prophecy or something.
This was not written, but I agree. And two warriors will head towards you and lift you up with soft hands, Lucian, as they carry you to the infirmary. And Kellic, after a few moments, the door opens and admits Lucian, who looks a little bit bruised, but otherwise not dead. And they soon place him down on a bed next to you and begin applying leeches.
What? Oh. And so how conscious am I right now? Am I
You're feeling a lot better.
okay? I'm gonna try to like sit up.
You can sit up. Make me a strength save, though.
Okay. Come on, strength.
Yeah, you
15.
can sit up with more ease than maybe you thought. Compared to your earlier poisoning, you're now feeling quite spry.
I'm gonna look in my wound if I still got it right now.
It's like it's been almost fully healed. There is just a small orange line where the slugs were feasting on it.
Where am I?
Welcome. You are in the hold of Ilyena.
I have no idea what that is, but
Ahmed
what's
said to inform you that when you wish to take his challenge, it must not be in the hold. There is no high fighting in the hold.
this is your home? I take it.
This is indeed my home.
What happened to him?
Him?
Yeah. And he's gonna point to Lucian.
I do not know. He disappeared and then appeared as though dead in the Hold Mother's bed.
Sounds about right. Where are the others?
They are with the Hold Mother preparing the feast.
Alright, and I'm just gonna try to like push past them and like try to get up and just walk.
Yeah, with your strength save of 18, you can leave the room. One of them says, no, hang on a moment.
I'm just gonna ignore them and just keep going out the door. Just stumbling, just keep my hands on the walls at this point.
Stop him! As you reach the door, 2 spears point towards you. Please, Kellic, we cannot fight in the hold, but you cannot spread the leeches.
What? And I'm gonna look down.
You can't see any, but you suddenly feel like a from your back as a leech is removed.
Oh. Get them off. Just get them off.
Yes, thank you, Kellic. You can leave now.
I'm just gonna try to shove past the 2 guard, just roughly, just like I'm just cranky right now. I am not in a good mood. I'm just gonna try to wander the halls to see if I can find my friends.
It's less halls and more sort of like terraces. Everything's very open here, so it's one big space with different tiers, sort of almost balconies with lots of different doors which make up the rooms and holds and dining areas.
I'm just gonna start being like, Dave, Fazia, Ancestors Balls, where are you?
Do we hear him?
I'm going to say you guys are down in the main area, once again helping out tidy up and prepare for the meal. The clan mother is with you and helping also. And you can indeed hear it.
Did they left the sword? I would have advised them to let it stick there, so the chosen one is the only one touching it, as the spirits gifted it to him.
When you said this to Liana, she would have said, yes, you are right. He should be the only one to
touch it.
Did he wield that weapon before he came here?
It came with him. I think it belongs to him. The spirits must have gifted him with it.
Indeed. Indeed. And you will hear Kellic calling. As you hear Kellic calling Lucian, they are applying leeches to your bruised areas.
Dare I ask, which areas are bruised?
Roll me 1d6.
That's not good in that one.
Mostly the legs. As you landed, you tried to break your fall with your legs. So they are applying leeches to your thighs and calves. And shins, which took most of the blow.
Oh. I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Strange place.
Would you like something for the pain?
Not dealing with this. Go back to sleep. Strange people putting strange things on my legs.
I'm gonna minor illusion treasure around Lucian because I think that'll cheer him up. So it looks like there's like coins and like sapphires and a bejeweled skull that Dave saw one time somewhere.
Gotta look back home and be like, try to take a
please.
coin.
Dave, as you do this, the Hold Mother says, Dave, I would appreciate it if you did not, you are my guest, I do not wish to offend. We do not do magic here, Dave.
Oopsie daisy. And she makes a little desperate go.
I'm just gonna. Bullshit!
Forger is currently in the main area.
I'm following the voice I heard.
Dave!
You see,
What is on my legs?
Forger and Dave, perhaps I should tell you a little of the prophecies.
That would be most appreciated.
Uh.
Do you think we should wait for the others? Because if Lucian, the blue-skinned one, is the chosen one, the one that has been prophesied, maybe he... Or would it be unwise for him to know?
It is... It is not known.
Maybe you tell it to us first.
First, our history. We were sent here. We were not born of the desert like you, Forger. Centuries ago, we were sent here by an ancient enemy.
Maybe which enemy?
The infidel. Come with me.
I will follow her.
She takes you deep into the hold to a room covered in paintings. There is a depiction of a wicked-looking man with a pointy hat, a pointy beard, and spectacles with like almost evil triangular eyes, casting the assassins away.
Do I recognize that man?
You do not.
I don't. Okay.
Dave might.
I think Dave, like as she was leaving the room, sneakily went her Lucian to teddy bear for the Lucian, like a really small one, and then like hopped away after Falja, and then she's looking at it, and then if she recognizes it as our good friend Theo, she'll just recount his full name at the image of him.
As you see this, it could be a depiction of Theophilus. It could be.
That's just who she's gonna think it is.
Sorry?
She's just gonna assume that's who it is, because he's to blame for most of this, so...
So then as you're looking at Dr. Theophilus Voldegrave. And the hold mistress sort of looks at you. You are allied with the infidel?
Dave kind of cocks her head and like folds her wings.
I step closer to her, protectively almost, and I say to the Hold Mother, I don't think that she is. When they arrived, told me that some form of magic user brought them here, and Lucian, the blue-skinned one, was very, very vocal about him not being here of his own free will. So he always said that no one asked him and he was brought here. And I do think that the same applies to her.
The infidel sent Lucian?
I do think so. I'm not quite sure. But
This
that
does
is
not
what I
make
made out
sense.
of.
This makes no sense at all. And she walks down the paintings to another one, which is a depiction of a Triton merman being driven from the desert. You see, the infidel drove all of the water people and all of the water away from the land to punish us.
He made a pocket dimension with all the water from this land. Bloody wizards.
But, why did he do that? What have you or your ancestors done that would have someone create something like this?
In all cultures there is a yin and a yang, even with the orcs. The water is our yin, and this professor is our yang. We do not remember the sin that we produced to have him take dominion over us, but we know we must make up for it to be accepted back into the land of the Water King.
How does the prophecy continue? Tell me more.
We changed our nature here. Magic is severely frowned upon. Although the oldest among us remember a time when even amongst the assassins there was magic.
Why did you decide to go against your own nature? Is it because he used magic to bring you here?
That is as good a guess as anyone has.
And do you also step away from swords if someone cuts you with them one? The magic is not the evil. It is a tool. It is an art. You need to blame the man, not the tool.
The only connection we have to the infidel is through his magic. To forego it for a long time has been our only guess at the great sin that we performed.
So you tried to redeem yourself in his eyes by not using it. Is that what you're saying?
More we forego magic so as not to give him more power. Which is why we do not appreciate the magic, Dave and Forja, that you display.
As I promised, I did not use my magic in your hold, and I shan't.
I do not accuse. I do not accuse. I merely inform. They say that the merman, the Triton, the Water King shall return. And that he shall return to slay the orcs. And when the orcs are slain, we shall be relieved of our burden.
Have the orcs been a creation of the wizard as well?
It is clouded by the past. The time has been long, but there are those that maintain the orcs were sent by the infidel.
Curious. I want to tell you a story. I don't think that you know everything there is to know as of now. I don't know how much you study my mother and the sky above her, but there was a brightly burning red star falling about 4 days ago. And I tried to find it, but so far I have not been successful. But instead, I found a stone in the desert, and the stone started to glow, and there was water coming out of it. And 4 strangers, and one of them, she looked very much like your Water King on this painting here. I do believe she was what you call Triton. But they have been taken away again in water. One of them were right next to me when he disappeared, and he returned into water, and he just run through my fingers. So, I do think if there is magic holding you here and keeping the water at bay, maybe the time has come to change that, and the water might come back, and maybe you will be released. Why else would so many strangers come here through such strange magic, I ask you?
It would seem this is the time of learning what the prophecies are really all about. I will admit to you, Forja, though I'd appreciate it if you did not repeat it, that I have reconciled myself with the life in the desert. We know the desert now. We are one with the desert. It shapes us as it shapes you. I did not expect to see the prophecies fulfilled in my time. But I will not stand in their way either.
Nature has a way to take its course.
It seems
So,
nature...
we will have to watch.
Yes. It would seem nature always finds a way.
Do you know the symbol of the phoenix?
Only legend. A bird that rises from the ashes. No such thing has ever been seen.
I know about the phoenix because some of his nature is in mine. And I saw a sign. I was thinking of not heeding it at first, but it is a sign of redemption and of hope. And if you think that by foregoing all your magic and staying here, you have redeemed yourself, maybe that sign does not only apply to your visitors, but to the phoenix, but to you as well.
As Forja brings up the Phoenix, Dave's attention is like actively now fixed on Forja. Before, Dave was kind of a bit scatty and more interested in other things, but like the Phoenix, that definitely gets her attention, and she kind of listens to what her new friend has to say. She does, however, resist the urge to recreate phoenixes with magic.
So yesterday, before we met your friend Ahmed, we saw the phoenix. Or rather, I saw a phoenix, and that is why I knew I had to help them.
This is indeed a time for great contemplation, Forja. Not just for me, but for you and for all of us.
Indeed.
But come. Dinner shall soon be served. Let us go.
You can believe me, 4 days ago, before the star had been fallen, I would not have thought to find myself your guest. And welcome in your hold.
You forget, Forja. Ahmed came looking for you.
He came looking for me?
For
I
all
thought he
of
was
you.
looking for... Oh.
Whenever a star falls in the desert, an assassin must go and investigate. He's one of our core traditions.
I see.
I cannot remember the origin of it, but they investigate and bring back anyone who is not an orc.
So, it seems it has been fated, and the spirits made me part of this as well.
Perhaps.
It is good of you to remind me that I am not just a spectator.
Perhaps. Come, let us eat. This is a time. You are our guests. We should not be having such serious talk. We should be laughing and doing each other's hair. Come to the guest room.
Very well. Although you might find it hard. And I move my hand through through the flames that are my hair.
And she hesitates at that as if she's insulted you. But carries on, catching herself. Now, Lucian, you've had a long rest, buddy. You're feeling great. And the woman acting as your nurse simply says, okay, you can remove the leeches now and go and join the meal.
You're the nurse, right?
I am looking after you at the moment.
Not to sound ungrateful, shouldn't it be your job to remove the leeches?
Oh no, look, it's easy. You just grab them like this and just... And she just pulls one off your leg quickly. See? Be careful not to squeeze them, though, once you pull. And she gives a squeeze, and you can see pus and ooze just come out of the leech. You just do one quick snap, and now they are fat and lazy, and they'll just lay on the floor.
Thank you.
I will see you at dinner. And she leaves. You still have free leeches on your legs.
Dinner. No.
Now that story time is over, Dave would like to hop, skip, and jump and go and find Kellic. She hasn't seen him in a while.
What have I found in this place while I've been trying to find my friends? Have I encountered people or not?
Yeah, you will. It seems every time you start to find something interesting, like perhaps a room that shows how these people live, or some sort of tapestry, mural, or painting that depicts something. Someone always seems to be coming along to take your arm and just sort of, oh no, come, the meal is this way.
Let me go. I don't need your help. Faja, Dave.
And this is how it's been for about an hour as you've been staggering around.
Just
And
been like, get off me.
yeah, Dave, you'll see Kellic sort of stumbling around, being followed at about 30 paces distance by several of the Hashashins.
Dave!
I'm gonna turn to that and do I see Dave anywhere? Or oh.
Sorry. Dave will see you and be hopping towards you. I imagine it'd be a DC 5 perception check to find her before she finds you.
Sure, why not? 21. Sure. I just start to stalk towards her. Just like, it's about damn time I found you. Where the hell are we?
The high ground is always good.
I should have thought about that.
And she's
Where's-
gonna hug his legs.
I'm just gonna let it just happen. Just gonna awkwardly pat the bird's head. Just be like, where's Faja? I know Lucian's being tended to.
Charlie doesn't have a quote for this. Where's Portia? Following my little command chains of words. So Dave is gonna give some random quotes of what Borgia and the assassin were speaking about to do with phoenixes, in the hope that this is gonna make some sort of sense to Kellic as she kind of hops and skips back in the direction she came from.
Do I know anything about this? Like,
I don't think
Phoenix-
Forja mentioned it. I don't think she mentioned it.
you know, I'm just gonna start grumbling. This is stupid wizards and their stupid experiments. I swear. I'm just gonna follow Dave and be like, Dave, you see my axe? Yes or no? Oh, you're muted.
Has Dave seen his axe recently?
They would not have stripped the axe from Kellic, so if he doesn't have it on him, he must have staggered out of the infirmary without it.
All right, then if that's the case, then I've got it in my hand. I'm just kind of just dragging it along, and I'm
Dave
just gonna
kind of
follow
pops her
Dave.
head and looks at the axe. No.
What do you mean no?
Yes. And she's gonna go over and try and lift the axe in his hand, but she's really weak, so she probably doesn't go very far.
I'm just gonna, I'm at this point. I'm just gonna follow Dave, to where she's going.
And Dave, you're heading back to Forja or to the infirmary?
To Forja.
When I see Dave bring Kellic to the main area where I was sitting with the Hope Mother, I would get up and come over, and for one moment it looks as if she maybe would hug Kellic as well, but then she seems to think better of it, and in this very awkward way it's like, it is so good to see you. Are you feeling better, my friend? And is patting your shoulder.
I'll be fine. And where the hell are we?
We are in the Temple of the Assassins. Their hold is sacred to them. We are guests. Do you know what guest law means?
I know what it means to my people, but not to these.
As long as you are here and share their food and water, you are not supposed to attack them. You try to don't anger them or say something that will hurt them. And if we are being attacked by an outside force, we will stand with them and defend.
You want me to just sit here while that snake is running around?
Yes. You and he are both honorable warriors. You can take your dispute outside of here after we had these conversations.
I'm gonna look around. Are there assassins nearby?
There are several assassins preparing for the meal. In fact, the meal is nearly prepared, so some of them are milling about now, getting ready to sit and eat. In total, there is probably about 10 in this room currently.
Dave is still rocking pots and pans.
Just gonna grip my axe and just be like, the only reason why I'm not chopping off heads right now is because of their help. So I will abide by this. But if somebody takes my axe, they'll have to take it from my corpse.
Just put it on your belt or wherever you keep it normally. You are not running around with it in your hand all the time, are you?
Ileana is approaching.
My axe will find your head and split it in two.
I will put it on my back, just kind of in its sheath, where the greatsword was, but now it's just kind of...
I'm pulling the cloth of my robe aside so you can see the scimitar at my belt, and I say, weapon sheathed at all time, in the hold. Unless we're being attacked.
Welcome, Kellic. You walk.
You? Who are you?
I am the roof mistress of this hold, and I gift to you shelter, water, medicine, and food. You are welcome.
You're the reason why I'm still walking?
You could say that, yes.
I kind of give her a glancing look and then outstretch my hand. I thank you.
She looks at your hand for a long moment. She puts one hand to her breast and bows. I'm sorry, I am not familiar.
You're supposed to clasp hands as a show of good faith, but I will awkwardly bow.
Now it is nearly time for food. Tell me, where is Lucian? He should be healed by now.
Last I saw him, he was still in the infirmary.
And we pan back to Lucian.
No, you take the leeches off.
She's gone. She's gone. She left. For the...
Hey! Hey!
Your
just gonna grab the
fingers
vase.
go a sort of orangey, slimy colour.
Fucking desert. He's just gonna take the last one and just throw it on the ground and just awkwardly with
As you
his
throw it
bruised
on the
legs.
ground, it splats and like this mucousy orange fluid splatters across the floor and up the wall.
I want to go home. Slowly stagger up, and then he's gonna start getting his senses back and realize that he's not in the place he exactly wants to be. So I'm going to look around for maybe some spare clothes, some cloth rags, and I'm not great at disguising, but I want to sort of disguise myself as best I can.
So there is in the corner of the room there is a white robe.
Yep.
Make me a history check.
Oh. 17.
Everyone that you saw on the way in and since you have been in the infirmary has been wearing tans and leathers.
So no, not white robes. Yeah, I might just put it back there. Or do I? Yes. I think I'll put it on. I'm gonna slowly try to just make my way out. Hood up, eyes down.
As you walk through the door, you hear a giggle to the side. Hey, can you remove the leeches?
There's no more leeches on me, is there?
No, there's no more leeches on you, Lucian. We close the door. They cannot escape.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's the nurse. She never left. She just stood outside.
Gonna go back in and. But I'm guessing as he just looks in there for another way out, it's enclosed. Just open the door back up. Excuse me. I could really go for some water.
Yes, there will be water and food at the banquet. Come, we are just waiting for you.
You're waiting for me.
You
How
are
many people are waiting for me?
the whole hold. You are sent from the Water King?
It's been a long day.
You appeared soaking wet. With a blade.
Excuse me? Yeah, soaking wet and a blade. That would be me.
Come, I will take you to the banquet. And she
Oh.
holds out a hand to escort you.
Oh no, I know where that hand's been that's been on those leeches, so I ain't touching that. That's.
Oh no, look, perfectly clean. Would you like some sand to clean your hands? And she holds up a bucket of sand.
Sure, I'll take a bit of Forge's mother.
Really grind it in to get really clean.
Thank you. Just
If
a
you would
quick
like,
question.
I can clean your legs for you. They are also stained, I imagine.
No, I'll touch my own legs.
Okay.
That's okay. Let's go and eat.
Yes,
Yeah.
by all means. And she offers her hand again.
Oh, very touchy-feely. Okay.
And as you take her
Just-
hand, first of all, it is soft and warm, as though it has been scoured by sand many times. She's a very clean person. But also she begins to drag you. As she like almost runs gleefully towards the banquet. And you have the choice of running with her or sort of being half dragged.
It's just the worst nurse ever. I literally just come out of the infirmary because I had broken legs. He's gonna resistantly hold her back. Just like...
Oh, I'm sorry, are you okay?
Of course. I am... man with water.
Sorry?
Just slow it. You know, be like a river, gentle. These people seem to really,
Gentle?
yeah, these people seem to really get along with water anecdotes. So,
Do you know lots about water, Lucian? Can you tell me all about this river?
yeah, you never seen a river?
Never.
Oh, okay. Well, let's go and we can talk about a river.
Okay.
How old is this person? Quite young?
Not. I would say they are youthful.
Oh, just very enthusiastic.
Yeah.
Great. So a river is water that is moving.
But I thought water stayed still, like in flasks and lakes.
But how does the lake get there?
Well, you dig a big hole. And then the water comes from below.
Oh, not where I'm from. No. See, it starts at the bottom and now it's here. And
It starts at the bottom?
it can do that as well.
This
Depends
is
on where you're from.
incredible. I have never seen a lake.
Oh. Okay. And knowing that Lucian's lived by a lake for his life, it's not that impressive to him. It's like, oh, it's...
I can show you the well if you like. We have a well here.
Oh, I've seen a well. I'm
Oh.
sure it's amazing. Have you seen my companions?
They will be at dinner waiting for us. I'm sorry I am distracting you.
It's okay. You help nurse my legs back to life.
It was easy. It is as though
I'm-
you were
I'm-
meant to survive.
You haven't known me for the past 2 days. I'm Lucian.
And she looks at your hand for a second and holds it with both hands.
Okay. Okay, so let's, shall we?
Yes,
The-
yes, to dinner. I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's okay. I'm sure we're gonna get along just fine.
And she looks really like bright-eyed at that. Perhaps I can show you the well. You can tell me all about how the water works.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe after the banquet.
Maybe.
And as you begin walking, she's like, okay, then it is settled. How well do you know the spear or the sword?
Hmm?
Which did you train in, the spear or the sword?
He's just looking at his bow and arrows on his back. He doesn't know, so I'm gonna flip a coin on this one. gonna go for 1 for sword, 2 for spear. The spear, obviously.
Oh, I too learnt the spear. Perhaps we could also spar later on.
Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah, you good with a spear?
I can best most.
Oh, she's gonna kick my ass. Great. Yeah, we can train together. I'll show you some of my skills. You show me your amazing skills.
I understand that water is very powerful. I bet you will swipe me away like the tide, the teed, like the teed.
Yeah, cause I'm the water guy. I can do water things.
You can do water things. And as you reach the banquet, she she's like, hang on, stands ahead of you and goes, hold! I present Lucian, the water god!
Shit.
And this white-robed monk walks through the doors in like almost priestly gown, heading towards the banquet table. And people sort of step back and like bow towards you.
I had to choose the priest robes.
Kellick's just gonna look at this very confused and see all this going on, and then just gonna turn to Dave with this exasperated look on my face.
Dave opens her beak and she mimics the sound of the ocean and seagulls. And the occasional swearing sailor because it was by the docks in the sea. But you know, it's as good as she could do.
As soon as I see Kellick, I'm gonna go over to him and be like, "Ha ha ha! You're well. You're well."
And just loudly, I'm just gonna say, "Ah, your grace! You give us your presence as a gift. I am most grateful for this." And I'm just gonna grab his hand, like pull him close, and be like, "You, this is shit, and you know it."
I do. We need to get the fuck out of here. It's lovely to see you.
Faja gets
And
up.
just like drag him towards the seat and just be like, "No, sir, come enjoy the feast that has been prepared in your honor."
Would you like to make a deception or a performance check?
Oh, me.
Yeah, Kellick.
Okay. Well, I'm not good at either. Let's do performance.
Let's see how long we can keep this charade up. The whole campaign, maybe?
7. I am not
Maybe
good
not.
at just hiding my frustration at what is going on right now.
So the hold mistress is still sitting near Forja, and she sort of leans in and says, Forja, your friend Kellick seems most troubled. He will not cause trouble today, will he?
I look at Kenneck and I say, I sure hope not. I talked to him and he should know the guest rights and laws. They seem similar in his land, so I think look at the chosen one, how speedy his recovery has been thanks to the spirits. But Kelleck has been suffering.
He is truly the chosen one?
I do think so. Don't
Is
you
his
think so?
presence truly a gift?
I saw the phoenix rising, and I do think so.
The hold mistress comes around and stands by Lucian. She takes one knee, puts, not like the bow that everyone has been doing formally, but puts her left hand across her body instead, and extends one hand up, takes a knee and says, Forgive me, Water God. I did not realize the gift of your presence was to be treasured. Before you leave, I shall make up this great disgrace. Please enjoy your meal under my hold.
Just gonna take a hand. Thank you.
Gasps all around the room. Thank you,
Water god. Chosen one.
He's just gonna do a sudden realization as this is happening. Okay.
I'm going to lean over and try to whisper in his ear, just like, we should talk.
Yeah. What is your name? I'm sorry. What is your name?
I am the mistress of this hold, and my name is Eliana.
Ileana, you have provided myself and my chosen champions with a very lovely banquet. This blessing shall help you in the future with all things. But we need a place where we can have a moment to ourselves to embrace the world.
Of course, of course. A bonding session for your group, yes, I understand. We will provide you a room once we have finished the meal, but for now, we should take a seat and eat. And she gestures to a ring of cushions on the floor.
Is it too rude to be picky because he wants a chair? Just look at the cushions and be like, oh yeah, don't be a dick, just sit on the cushions.
You haven't seen a chair since you entered the hold.
It's not water these people need, it's furniture. That's what I can provide.
Lucian is literally that tourist.
As Lucian sits on the cushion, several of the other Shashins all approach the ring and begin to lay down so that one elbow rests on the cushions.
Come, your grace. You must sit before the rest of us can deign so.
Yes, I've been through much.
And I just give him like a slight rough push, just.
It is good to see you up. The desert spirits have blessed you with speed
Forja.
recovery.
Thank you. I need you to Forja. I need you to come with us.
Let the meal be served! And people start bringing out food. There is all sorts of meats and vegetables being produced of all sorts of different colours. And they are passed, each one is put down in front of one person, a different dish for each person. They pick at it with their fingers, eating a few bits, and then pass it to the next person.
I will follow that custom.
Seems
Dave
appropriate.
finishes her bowl, not knowing that what she was given wasn't just meant for her. And she hands the empty bowl off and takes the half-finished bowl, and she looks back, and she's like, why are you the expression is confusion. She's like, why is this bowl like half empty?
Do I get the empty bowl?
If you would like, yeah. It's literally just a matter of, it's not half empty. It's literally they pick maybe one or two mouthfuls and then pass it to the next person. It's a very... It seems as though the dishes might go round several times before the meat eating is done.
Wait, so they just and then
It is a showing of good faith.
see that
I
I
say
need
at
to
your
bring hygiene to
convenience.
these people as well.
I'm just gonna stare at the bowl, just kind of be like,
Tasty.
it's like, here, your grace, a sup of their fine foods. And I'm just gonna shove the empty bowl at Lucian.
Just gonna pretend.
So Ileana comes forward and says, "I am sorry, I should have explained. It is a social eating. We eat socially. We just take a small amount and pass it on to the next person. It is sharing of faith, sharing of trust, sharing of food. I will refill this one for you.
Thank you.
And you might notice that the roof mistress is doing a lot of work herself.
Yeah, I'm seeing that, and I feel like I'm going to get a huge kick in the ass soon.
So
Don't tempt me with real food, Charlie. That's not fair. It's not fair. It's not a matter of fact that I'm not getting real food in game.
I'm just gonna look for alcohol of some sort that's nearby.
You can see that there is a pitcher being passed around. It's about 6 people down from you.
Okay, I'm just.
And when I say pitcher, it's more of a large goblet that people are taking a sip from and passing along. And you can see currently sipping from the goblet is Ahmed.
I'm just gonna recline into the pillows and just kind of try to not be cranky, but still have that just grumbling look about me. It's finding it very hard to.
If I
Good
sit
play.
beside Kelek, I would place my hand on his knee, and you can feel the heat of my skin seep through the clothes. And I say, "There will be a time."
I just kind of growl and just kind of give you a look. It's like, you should be with the orcs, none of these people.
To my great surprise, I said to you and lean a bit over. I find I prefer those here. I would not have thought that they would welcome me. This is a nice change of pace.
I'm just gonna I don't know what to say, so I'm just gonna just grumble and nod.
The next bowl to come around is a bowl of hard sugared spiders.
Of what?
Spiders that have been roasted and covered in like a sugary substance.
Caramelized.
I say, delicious.
I
Cartoon
take
is
some as
even
well. I take some as well. It's like, how do these taste to us? Do these taste good at all, or?
So the outside sort of does almost taste caramelic, and the inside is almost bready in texture. It's like a wheaty, floury sort of substance. It goes to powder in your mouth, almost like sherbet, but like wheat-flavored sherbet.
I take like two or three, and then shove them in my mouth, and I make sure to leave one with its leg still kind of stuck in my mouth as I give it to Lucian. It's like, here you go, enjoy yourself.
I'm kind of imagining like really fine funnel cake. Dave is like,
Don't have it, Dave.
The next one to come round is a red root vegetable.
I look really enthusiastic about that one because I don't get vegetables very often when I'm in the desert.
And Eliana looks across to you and says, Fajia, you do not get vegetables very often.
No, I forage in the desert, but I don't stay in one place too long, so I have what mother gives me.
That is the advantage of being in a hold where you can water plants once a week. We can grow many herbs, many roots. Perhaps this could be an opportunity to trade in the future.
Oh yes, I will gladly trade armor, weapons, or baubles. And I show her the I have this line of coin-like little flat discs made out of glass and pretty colors on the veil to hold it down when the wind blows and to hold down my veil on top of my head. Would this be something that you're interested in if you don't like the weapons?
Forja, this is most interesting. Once we have finished dining, I think I know the perfect gift for your water god Lucian, and perhaps an idea of something that you could perhaps make for us. And she fingers the bauble in her ear and looks at the glass things that you make.
I will gladly do so, and with great relish, I take out a piece of this red vegetable, and it looks for a moment as if I want to take more, but then I give it to the next person after one bite.
The texture is sort of soft. Maybe imagine eating like swede or
Sweet potato.
sweet potato, that sort of texture. But the flavor is like a strong ginger, very spicy, very fiery.
Oh, I like it. I lick my lips to get the last bit of the taste, and I hope that the bowl is full enough to get another round out of it.
So tell me, Lucian, what is your plan now that you are here, now that you have come to Sholi, where you have always dreamt you would be?
Yes, my liege. Tell us why we are here, what your grand plan is.
Oh. The plan. The plan is to unveil the prize.
The prize?
Yes. But do you know what the type of prize is?
I have no idea.
It would be a surprise. That is what I will do.
Oh.
We do not know much about the prophesized one. You, Lucian. But we speculate that you would be strong of arm, fleet of foot, a warrior of great prowess.
They got the fleet of foot right.
He is impervious against heat and fire. I saw it with my own eyes.
If one was to tell you all the secrets, then I would not be able to share such gifts. For knowledge gives away the key. I am the keyhole, and I will unlock it with my knowledge. That is the key. Very philosophical today after what the hell I've been eating.
Alex just gonna chuckle, just can't believe this is going on.
What is a
I
key?
don't know what the key is.
You don't.
In what kind of hole?
Do you use a keyhole to find water?
Is it for the sword? Will it open the water?
So many questions, so many questions. Just
My lord
give me
forgets
one
himself.
question. One question for today. And then you may ask another tomorrow.
Lucian, another bowl is passed towards you, this time long, sort of like centipede sort of insects.
Yeah, I want to fucking throw that. Nobody needs that.
Mmm, tasty.
Yeah, Dave, all yours.
Dave is all about it.
Could you please make me a con save, Lucian?
Yep. No.
You've passed along a lot of dishes. You're starting to get ravenously hungry. You're in danger of taking a level of exhaustion.
Okay. That's a crit.
You don't need to worry about that dice roll.
Boo!
So the next one that is passed along is it is a sort of a dish full of like small insects, which are crawling.
I take a few.
Yes, Kelly,
Kinda
that is
crunch
the
them.
spirit. So you have to eat them as long as they're still moving. Then they're the tastiest.
Like, he's done this before. He's not, like, squeamish about bugs.
They're sort of acidic on your tongue.
These are sweet, Lucian. You will enjoy these.
And that 20 says differently. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the donation, Lightfingery. Lucian, I'm going to use a nat 1 on your con save as you eat this bug. One of the small ant-like creatures crawls up the back of your throat. And gets jammed in, like, the nasal passage.
Oh, no.
Like, you know when you've got something stuck at the back top of your throat? But you can feel it twitching every now and again.
Oh, you're right. I'm just gonna, like, slap his back. Just roughly.
Dave, with super medical knowledge, is gonna wrench Lucian's jaw open and peer in to see what's stuck.
All you can see... now, how similar is a Kenku's mouth to a human's mouth?
I imagine
tiefling's
it's
mouth,
really, different. 'Cause I have a beak and he has teeth.
Well, not only that, I'm specifically thinking that I don't think birds would have tonsils. So at the
No.
back of his throat, you can see a meaty globule, like, dangling around.
Oh, no.
I get like a spoon or some sort of implement and I try to pull it out.
Lucian, please make me a con save.
Dr. Dave is in session.
Oh.
Your
God.
gag reflex is heavily triggered.
I may puke on Dave.
Roll for puke.
Okie dokie.
Dave, I think Lucian just offered you some food.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting from it too. Okie dokie. And then she like leans forward and she eats some of the food.
Ugh. Glad I haven't eaten yet.
Nobody's watching this, right? Or is this a big spectacle moment of somebody spooning a god?
Everyone's been pretty much looking at you the whole time, Lucian.
Thank you, my servant.
The goblet comes round, Kellic. There is a white fluid inside the goblet.
Could you not have said that when I didn't have a mouthful of water?
Kellic? Is he frozen?
Is he frozen?
Oh.
Maybe.
He's either frozen or he's very
What is
upset
in
by
that?
this.
What is in the goblet? It's frozen him.
Huh.
So, you know, so far Kellic hasn't been perturbed by anything. So let's say that he just takes a sip and passes it straight on to Lucian.
Well, if he's taking it, then it must be okay.
Dave is busy cleaning up Lucian's stuff.
So this is a goat's milk.
Oh, I'm okay with milk. I'm
Uh,
sure there's nothing wrong with it.
Spiced with sort of a rum flavour.
Like Dolce de Leche.
So it's like
I might
milk and alcohol.
need a little bit more of this. It's been a hell of a day. Ooh. Ooh. Mm.
A sort of clump falls in your mouth. It's just cream. It's just cheese. Fresh from the goat.
Pass that along. tell you, if we opened up a normal tavern in this place, we would be kings. That's the banquet over. There's oof.
And yeah, everyone sort of, after a while, everyone sits and converses once they've finished picking at the foods. They still pass the plates around, but they've stopped taking from them.
You know how in Yo Sushi, how they have the carousel with all the food on? Dave is just watching all the bowls come around with just like hungry enthusiasm.
Well, that was something. We need to go now. And
What do you mean? Need to go?
well, we need to go and talk. Private room. We need to harness our universal energy so that we can come up with a divine plan for these people.
Have the spirits talked to you and told you that?
Yes, Forja. The spirits told me that.
Hold, mistress. Iliana, I am so sorry, but I think if the spirits are calling him, we should heed that call.
Oh, it is no problem. There is a room prepared. We are only conversing now, and perhaps we shall play some games.
Oh, like what kind of games are you playing in the court?
Oh, we will place small wagers for knife throwing contests and strength of arm contests.
That sounds very interesting, and I think maybe our friend Kim would like to prove his strength.
He must have overeaten. He is staying very still.
Yeah. Maybe it is the traveling and the poisoning and now overeating. We will come back after the chosen one has relayed what the spirits.
Oh, not so fast, champion. Did you say betting?
Yes, we often play. We gamble with small possessions.
Yes, well, I'll be intrigued to see how you do these things. I've heard meager whispers of gambling.
But what about the spirits?
Yes, okay. We better go and talk with the spirits. Dave, Forja, shall we? Shall we? Come.
We can later place the gambles.
Oh, you can bet your... yes, we will place gambles.
Yes, betting and gambles, yes.
Let's go.
An eager-looking Ashin comes to guide Lucian. It is one that Lucian will recognize as the nurse. I can take you to your private room.
Wonderful.
And then would you like to see the well and spa? We could play a drinking game.
You have a well here?
We do?
Fantastic.
I like
And
you.
spa.
Forja shall see your well, and she shall report all her findings to me.
But you are the chosen one, you should see it and you may be blessed.
A god has seen many wells. A god needs a fresh perspective from his champions.
She looks a little crushed, but she sort of like goes, of course. Come, I'll show you to the room.
Great. I mean, not all prayers can be answered. We are very busy.
And you had a long day, as you are so fond to point out.
Yes.
And she will sort of quietly head down, rush
sort of not rush, but walk quite rapidly towards a room, and she sort of stands by the door, sort of like woodenly, like your room.
We forgot something. Now that you're up and standing, you need to have the weapon of the chosen one. The golden sword that you brought from the water in the sky. That is
Takes a wee moment. Yes. Could you please bring that by? What's your name again?
No. You need to touch it. It should only know your touch.
Okay, we'll come back after that, after our meeting.
Well, I guess you will have to learn the sword as well as the spear.
Blessings of Lucian upon you. Okay, here we go.
When you touch her and pat her, she suddenly like smiles again, and runs back to the banquet.
I'm not gonna. He's just gonna look to Dave. Back where I'm from. Total opposite effect.
She will make a very devout follower.
Yeah, we need to get inside. No. Get inside.
What does that mean? I asked Dave.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to witness the marriage.
Welcome back.
Oh,
Witness. Sorry.
Well,
sorry.
we're not having a wedding if you're just joining in.
Wait, what? What do you mean?
not
What?
yet. Viewers, you know what to do.
So I'm guessing I can see Kalik now, because I need him for this meeting.
Well, Kellic will sort of come out of his reverie after the meal. He'll look up and realize that the rest of you have gone, and you will see people doing several things around you. Some of them have made a small pile of trinkets. They are drinking heavily from a goblet and then throwing a knife at a piece of wood that one of them throws into the air.
Around me?
Yep. When the knife strikes, one of them takes the pile of gold and they start anew. Elsewhere, there are two people who are exchanging bracelets, throwing spears as far as they can, and the furthest spear takes all the bracelets. And in one corner of the room, two people are standing on one leg, taking a drink, jumping, performing a spin kick in the air, landing, and then taking another drink. And they do this until one of them falls over.
And my companions are gone?
They've gone, yes, but there's a young, a youthful woman running from the hold. And she goes, "Oh, Kellic, your party, Lucian, the water god. They have gone to the back room."
Lead me to them, please.
It's just over there. And she goes to join in the drinking.
Right.
The disrespect.
So which one of these activities seems the most strength-based?
Certainly the spear throwing.
Alright, I'm gonna go straight towards the spear throwing, and just kind of, just cough, just...
Hello, my friend. You would like to have a little contest? It is I,
Play your game.
Ahmed.
Oh. Just like, I see that it's him that turns around, and I'm like I give him a death glare, and just like, I could enjoy your little game.
Now, our custom is to exchange trinkets. We pool them together, and the furthest spear takes both.
I'm gonna look about myself, because I don't have a lot. I do have a little string of wolf teeth that I keep on me. Just like, I just lift it up. It's like, will these do?
Yes, that is perfectly fine. It is valuable to you. And that it will suffice. And he pulls from his pocket a golden locket. And this shall be my bet.
And where did you get that?
It is an ancient heirloom. It's been in my family for years.
Can I see what's on it? If there's anything interesting about it?
Yeah. Where exactly were you from in the world?
Well, I'm more from like mountains and tundras, and from like boreal forests. So I assume farther up north than most people.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know the exact name of it, but my herd usually stayed there.
So this small like pendant is a small little rectangle of gold with a picture of like a shepherd's crook on it, and on the back it says "Made in Waterdeep."
It's a fine trinket.
If you want
It
to do an
will look good on my
investigation
wrist.
check, you could.
Okay. Let's do that and see what happens. First, I have to get back to roll 20 because it cut out on me. Hold on. Wait.
I suppose you've got popcorn for this.
Yep.
We ship it. What do we have to donate to give them advantage in a love check?
Look, I'm.
The bond is growing already. It started with hate and it shall end in marriage.
Right? What great love story doesn't begin with one trying to kill the other one?
I mean, that's a passionate
Right,
feeling,
that's an
right?
8. I don't know shit about this thing.
No, you just know it was made in Waterdeep.
I'm gonna grin this guy. It's a fine trinket. It'll look good on my wrist.
Another Shashin comes forward with a small tray with 2 large goblets of a sort of dark brown liquor. Ahmed picks up the goblet and says, "Good luck."
I just don't say a word and I just down it.
He downs it too.
I just toss it to the side and just kind of roll my shoulders. Is it like a hard drink? Like what am I?
Make me a Constitution save. This was
Okay.
like dark rum,
Okay.
desert edition.
Well, 16.
On a 16, you can feel it hitting your stomach, but you're not too shabby.
Okay. Well, now what?
Well, now you throw the spear, but my friend, please do not throw our possessions around. Things are hard to come by here. I understand that things may be abundant where you are from. Please, throw the spear as far as you can. Do not cross, and he takes a spear and draws a line. Do not cross this line. That is the only rule.
Alright, I grab a spear, look towards the direction where they've been throwing, and try to throw the thing as far as I can.
Make me an athletics check.
Okay.
The spear
Nat 20.
sails through the air, clearing at easily double the distance that any other spear has thrown, and lands nearly at the wall of the hold. Truly,
Later.
that is an impressive throw. I will try to best you. He takes a long run back. You can see a little bead of sweat run down his head. He runs forward and lobs the spear as hard as he can. His spear falls short of yours. Further than any other spear throw today, but not further than yours. He turns grinning, bows and says, "You won fair and square, honored guest."
I'm gonna look at his like spear work. I'm just gonna be like, you can handle a spear pretty well. We'll give you that.
So he like gestures to another assassin, and they throw him a spear, and he immediately twirls it around both sides of his body, around his head and backwards, so it's like slanted across his back, and says, "I was trained since I was a child."
Do you want any advice for how to throw one as hard as I did? Like people don't usually run when we do stuff like this. It
Well,
tends to mess with your center of balance. If you want to throw it hard, use your hips next time.
thank you for the advice. I will be sure to put my hips into my spear action next time.
I just grin at him. It's like, see that you do. And I'm gonna...
There is another game we could play. Kellic. Would you like to cross spears?
I'm gonna raise an eyebrow at that.
We do not strike to the face, and we try not to use the sharp end. Other than that,
I thought fighting was forbidden in your hold.
this would not be a fight. This would be a contest of wit. Hence the tight rules. You are probably correct. I should not offer a guest to play this game, perhaps.
No. I'll play your game. After all, I find that it's very impolite where I come from to just play one game and just leave. I'll give you a chance to earn your trinket back.
So then, shall we duel?
I'm gonna grab a spear, give it some heft. Is it like well balanced?
Yes, it's a simple wooden spear.
I'm gonna toss it in the air a bit, and then just kind of nod and just hold it somewhat like a sword, you know, just kind of like down and to the side. It's like, very well. You first.
This will be a contest, my friend. Please roll initiative.
Okay. 17.
As you rush in to face each other, you have the first attack.
Okay. So for a spear, I assume it works the same as a javelin.
Or a quarterstaff.
Okay. All right, because I got a javelin here. It's a 13 to hit.
The 13 does not hit him.
Also, question: how many hit points do I have right now? Because I'm still at 1.
You'll be back to full health. Back to full
Okay.
health.
I was like, okay.
So as you swing your spear, how do you attack with this? Is it a jab? Is it a sweep? Is
It's
it
like I'm more used to like the like huge swords and stuff, so I'm just gonna kind of bring it up and just try to slam it down across his arm.
So as you swing it down across his arm, he immediately spins the spear, but he turns it up a notch from the display he showed a second ago. The spear is a blur in his arms as it twirls round and knocks your blow high. He spins on his back foot and attacks. Does a 19 hit you?
Yes, it does.
He puts the haft heavily into your stomach. And spins away again. It is your turn.
Okay. Well, start of my turn. I'm going to rage, which is just I'm just gonna go completely just like silent, and I'm just gonna give him a glare, and I'm gonna leap at him and try to hit him again. 21 hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So plus the rage damage, that's gonna be 10 damage to
Yeah.
him, and I'm just gonna like whack him in the gut, just sideways.
So he tries to handspring around it, and as you hit his gut, it sort of sweeps down and hits his hip, like knocking him off balance, and he has to tumble away. But as he tumbles away, he sort of flings the spear round towards your ankles.
It's not hit.
But you can easily dodge it.
Yes. All right, I move out of the way. I grab the spear, and while he's rolling, just try to get him in the back.
Sure.
15 hit.
15 does not hit.
Damn, he is slippery. This guy.
Indeed, as the pole swips around your ankles and you avoid it, as you rush in to attack him, the spear hits the ground hard as he seems to almost shimmy up the spear in the air, twirls it above his head and brings it down as both he and the spear fall. 18.
That hits.
9 damage.
Right, that's gonna be 4 or 5. I don't know if
4.
Okay. Alright, so not looking too good. Probably should have raged the first time around, but you know, it's happened. So I'm just gonna take it like across the shoulder, and as like I'm just gonna reel back for a second, just kind of grab the spear in one hand and just kind of fling my arm for a second, and then I'm gonna try to like sweep his legs.
Okay.
So 15 does not hit.
It does not.
No.
And as you try to sweep his legs, this time he does successfully handspring away, planting one hand on the ground, spinning the spear and slicing towards your head.
Okay.
16.
That just hits.
So the blunt haft just catches you across the temple,
Okay.
doing another 4 damage.
Okay, so that's 2.
Oh, no, sorry. I rounded it down for you.
Oh, okay. So I am down to 2. It's like at this point, like probably there's blood coming up, and at this point there's I'm just gonna snarl, to be like, slippery bastard, and I'm gonna like try to like just wail into his like gut with just a spear poke with the blunt end. Oh, so that's gonna be just 12 off the bat. Then we're gonna roll for this. That's so 12, and then
I'm not seeing your rolls anymore.
oh shoot. Okay, so no, don't do this to me. Hold on.
Your Zoom
gonna
connection's
print-
still stable.
Okay, I'm gonna print screen this real quick.
It's okay. It's okay. I trust you. It's fine.
Oh no, I just rolled a crit. That's not fair.
No, it's fine. As you roll a
Okay.
critical hit,
So
it's
it's
gone.
it was 12 for the first dice, and then it was 9 plus 4 plus rage, so that's like 15, so 27.
And how do you strike?
Like I just like just thrust into his gut like as hard as I can, just poof,
So as you
try to knock him.
as he
over.
has handsprung around, hit you on the way over, and he's just coming down onto his feet as your spear hits him in the gut, and it takes the wind out of him and he falls to the floor, but immediately his legs come up and he stands once more, and he rushes you, spear swinging.
Okay. That does not hit.
He sort of like does a fancy flourish, but doesn't really make an effective attack at you.
Alright, and I'm gonna try to hit him again. This time I'm gonna try to slam the spear into his arm. That does not hit.
As you do this, he finishes his fancy flourish, drops the spear, and moves into your spear haft as it comes towards him, so it hits him in the chest. He takes the blow and says, "Aha! Ah! Congratulations, my friend, you have bested me."
Finish him.
And I think that has frozen Chorus.
Whoa, no! Does he even know that he won?
How are they going to kiss if you froze?
Hopefully he'll be back shortly. We'll pan back across to Forgia, Dave, and Lucian.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure,
So-
Calyx is fine.
Are there any windows or anything in this room?
No windows.
Dave is just gonna snoop around and just look at everything. She has no idea what Lucian's talking about anymore. She's moved on.
So, tell us what you saw. What the spirits revealed. I'm curious.
Forja, I'm gonna be honest with you, so please don't be angry.
When have I ever been angry with you?
Forgia's hair sort of flames blue a little bit as she says this.
I'm as calm as a dune in the sunlight. So go ahead.
I'm not a god.
I never said you were. I said you're the chosen one.
About that,
We've
I
all
don't
been
think I'm the chosen one. You see, I lived in a cave, and then I got teleported to a tower, and then I got teleported to a desert, and then I got teleported,
Your,
I think, to the sky.
your
It
life
was-
is strange and wondrous. How can you not be chosen?
You see, you look at me like I'm the chosen one that's here to bring you something. I'm pretty sure I'm the chosen one for an ass kicking from every single god that exists.
What
If
you
I'm a
want to-
god, I'm the god of getting his ass kicked.
Maybe you are looking at this the wrong direction. Maybe you are more a god of ass kicking yourself.
No, that's
I'm not-
Kelly.
And stop this god talk. I don't think that you're a god. You're a chosen one. The spirits have selected you to do something.
They think I'm a god.
Yeah, let them think whatever they want to think. I'm not sure, but I'm sure that you are special, or else you would not have ended here. And what has you coming from a cave to do with anything? I come from the desert.
I just want to go home. I want to go back home to my simple cave.
Well,
I like my cave.
maybe this will bring you home to your cave, or to another cave.
They're expecting me to bring water here?
Well, you did bring a little bit of water, right? So what did you see?
Okay, I walked into the temple. I then appeared in some sort of water substance. There was a lot of it.
Okay.
And I saw where we are, but like in a map formation.
What is in a map formation?
Like a Kenku's eye view.
Like when I do this, and I'm cast Fruitcraft to create the shape of the desert.
Yeah. And I saw approaching some sort of twister energy. But there was like also ants coming out of the temple.
Huh.
And it was. But then I saw something with the sword.
And I look down where your finger is pointing.
Just points on top of the temple. It was with a sword.
Huh. Oh yeah, and you did fall from the sky into the temple with a sword.
I did.
Yes. I do think so. It looked like that.
Oh god.
What the heck?
Oh,
You,
sorry.
you
I'm
felt
so sorry, guys. Something is going on.
It's all good. It's all good.
On the net. Sorry.
Carry
I just think. What if we give the sword to Calic? You know, he seems to be.
But
the
you...
one.
This does not make sense. You were taken there, and the sword came with you. It is meant for your help.
I just might be the messenger.
But you're blue-skinned, and fire does not bother you.
That's racist.
It is the prophecy. You should see their pictures. It has been foretold.
I should really let you know, Forsha. I don't like to fight. I just.
But you did it so well when you were shooting the snake and the scorpion.
It's more instinct. Out of fear.
I see what you're telling me. You're the chosen one, and it's inside you, and it's your instinct, but it has to come into your everyday might, right? Like you need to be that chosen one in every moment of the day. You
No,
need
I'm
to
a
find your
coward.
confidence. Maybe
No,
we
I'm a coward.
send
No.
you to some
I wanna go
way
home.
to prove yourself to yourself, not to them. They already believe it. You need to prove yourself that you are blessed and chosen.
I think you've been reading too many stories. You see, I'm not a prince. I'm just
I
a
don't know
guy.
what the prince is, and I don't care.
Oh god, I am really far away from home. Dave, do you know what a prince is?
Does Dave know?
I mean, I see Dave as from a city. He probably knows at least stories. She probably knows, sorry. Pronouns.
Okay, so what Dave is gonna do is take the cape that she's got and she's gonna put it on her head, like, to pretend it's hair, and start singing about princes coming to rescue her.
As
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sing and look around the room, Dave, you can see certain swirls and like patterns on the wall, which you all recognize as Auron.
I get distracted like halfway through, it goes a bit shrill, and I run over to go and read the wall.
It simply says, "When the desert is done, the crow shall something."
I like get my wings and I'm like sweeping away at the wall.
It's difficult to tell. It's either fly or die.
Dave suddenly gets like this glint in her eye and she removes her cape and puts it back on and ties it up, and then she's going running from this room to go and find the nearest roof.
What is that about? What was that? Did the spirits talk to her as well?
Yes.
Why
You
are
go
you
and-
looking at me like that?
Between you and I,
Yes.
Dave's not really one for conversations. Great for bets, not conversations. She gave me a teddy bear in the infirmary. I tried to hug it, and it disappeared. That's cruel.
You're speaking in riddles.
Yes, I didn't mean that literally. How about you go find Dave?
Do I need to find something to write this down? Is this like the spirits talking
No.
to you?
No, the spirits. No, the only spirits are the ones that I ingest. That's just.
I look at your belly. I think maybe You need, I don't know, should we reconcile you with the sword? Maybe that will help you.
I'll get the sword, you get Dave, and then we'll go and find Kellic. Because I'm pretty sure whatever he's getting involved in, he's losing badly.
Huh. And I had him on the shoulder and said, that is the spirit.
So, Dave, as you fluster past everyone in the main hall to go and get up the roof, the easiest way would be to go outside and climb. You pass Kellic as he and an assassin do combat.
In the colloquial terms, no shits are given. As Dave continues running, clanking with her saucepan still kind of semi-perched on her head.
You can just run on past and quickly climb your way up onto the top of the hold.
Alright, so she scrambles up to the top, and she is gonna do basically green flame blade, but she's gonna cover herself in green flame, or as much as she can, trying to like weave the spell to be something other than what it normally is. So she looks like a green flaming phoenix, because phoenix seems important right now, and this is the kind of flame that she can do. And then she's gonna throw herself off the top.
Kellic.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your attack, which you know will miss this assassin, he finishes his fancy flourish, drops the spear, and steps into your spear so that your spear butt takes him in the chest. He turns, sort of turning to one knee, and says, "Congratulations, my friend. You have bested me."
So, still in the rage, I'm just gonna, like, try to grab at his, like, tunic or shirt and pull him in.
You have won this contest, Kellic.
I'm just gonna just look at him. It's like, that would have missed you. Don't bullshit me. Came for a contest, not to be.
Yes, you did, and you are nearly unconscious, my friend. You have bested me this day. I will not fight until I am bloody and dead like you.
Next time, put me into the ground. And I'm just gonna shove him away.
This is just a friendly contest, Kellic. Enjoy your bracelets.
Just gonna, like, snatch the golden one, just kind of give a grunt and just stalk away. That put me in a foul mood because for Kellic, most contests like this end up with somebody unconscious, and for him, this is like an insult to him, so he's really upset.
If you glance back towards Ahmed, you will see him join the people who are jump kicking and drinking, and he joins them as though he has sustained no injuries whatsoever.
I'm gonna look for the nearest either pot or cup of alcohol.
There is a assassin helping himself to a large jug in the center of the hall. There are goblets, and you can dip them in to help yourself.
I grab one, just pour it in, and just like down the whole thing, and just.
Yeah, you are doing this with the aim to get drunk, and therefore I'm going to forego the Constitution save.
Well, no, just like I'm just doing it just as an angry drink, and then just putting the goblet back down and just stalking away because I was thirsty.
Take me a Constitution save then.
Okay. 12.
You are drunk. It hits you like a train. Both shots this time suddenly get into your blood and course around your brain, and you feel woozy. Make me a dexterity save as you walk away from the pot.
Okay. Not good at this. Oh, 19.
You manage to stagger towards a wall and lean yourself up. As you do this, Dave, now you have two options. Well, you don't really. The only way to fall straight down, if you want to go straight down, is to go into the hold.
If you want to try and fly out and across, you're going to have to try and fly along this sort of like mountainous hillock.
Dave is trying to fly. Dave is like doing a run up. Dave wants to see what happens when she turns into a phoenix as best she can and tries to fly off the top of this temple.
So which way? Outwards.
Yes.
Make me an athletics check.
Sure will. Dave is not good at his 7.
On a 7, you jump and soar into the air. You sail down and hit the ground. You hit the first rock. And additionally take 1d8 fire damage.
Okay.
You hit a second rock.
Oh, you're rolling?
Yeah, I can. This is good. I rolled a nat 8. You can take the 6 though if you want.
No, that's fine. I'll take the 8. That's fine.
You hit another rock and skid to a halt.
Dave was unconscious on rock 2.
Ah.
So that would be a death save. Well, that'd be... Hang on, that's 2 fails because I took damage after I was unconscious from rock number 3. And I guess another death save, right?
Just one death save.
Or just one? Fail.
So as you're sort of laying there, staring into the sun, sort of bleary-eyed, a masked face stands above you and says, "This is not the place for you to try and fly, my friend. Come. Enjoy the sunlight. Share my pipe with me." And they cast Cure Wounds on you, healing you back to full health.
Dave is one confused verb.
Do not tell people about my magics, okay?
Do I recognize who this is?
This is the first time you'll have seen this person. This is a very dark-skinned, assassin. If it is, he wears assassin's garb, as though he is spends a lot of time in the sun, and keeps his mask up.
Okay. Dave is gonna dust herself off, and she's gonna go pick up her very dented saucepan and put it back on her head, and like turn the handle so it's at the back.
Come and
And-
join me for a pipe.
She will hop, skip, and jump after this man, very confused and dazed.
I have been watching you and your friends. You may bring great change to this desert, as I foresee it.
And she'll mimic Fauja talking about the phoenix.
One day, perhaps, but not today. Do not kill yourself in pursuit of this goal. You have much to achieve. Tomorrow, you and your friends should try and prove yourselves to the Roof Mistress by taking a quest to prove the prophecy.
Okie dokie.
I believe you can save us all. Now go on, head back inside. He takes a long drag from his pipe, blows a large smoke ring, and steps through it, disappearing.
There are assassins afoot. And she'll go and hop inside to go and find her friends.
At this point, I'm going to drunkenly just start to bellow out, "Lucian! Lucian, you son of a bitch!"
You see a white-robed figure walking.
I
Walking.
may be drunk, but I know that he was wearing that. I'm gonna like stumble towards him.
Bless you.
It's like you. I'm gonna like grab him and try to like lift him up. Just in one hand. Just like we need to talk.
Ileana walks towards you, rests her hand on your shoulder, Kellic. Says, please, honored guest, let us not use aggression in the hold, especially not one such as importance as this man.
He can take it, can't you, Your Grace? I'm gonna give him like a look of just like, you better say yes or it's gonna get bad for you.
Violence
Well,
is not
let me see.
permitted, Kellic.
You have to forgive Kellic. The reason he is my champion is because he has fire inside him that cannot be quenched.
Make a persuasion.
Oh, yes.
So, Kellic, you are one like Faja, a son of the desert.
My home is of cold and winter. I am no son of the desert.
Born in the night.
No. Born in the midnight sun.
Ah, yes. Born in the midnight desert sun, the long summer of 30 years ago.
Lucian, don't we have rituals to attend to at this moment?
Rituals are done. I have to go and collect.
Oh, no,
this-
no, my good grace. And I'm gonna like tighten the grip on the shirt. Just like, surely you forgot one. I know it's been a long day.
Oh, that one.
Dave and
No.
Forja, wherever you were, you'll be approaching this scene right now.
Kelek, you need to let go of the chosen one. He was on his way to get the golden sword.
Ileana walks close to Forja and simply says, I trust you to resolve this issue without upset. Good luck. And she walks away.
I come closer.
Don't.
Kelek, what is wrong with you?
Lucian, you tell her, or I will, after I put your head into the sand.
I have told her. We had that meeting.
You need to let go of him. And I place my hand on the hand that is holding up Lucian.
He's no chosen one. He's a rat.
I think
Tiefling.
in
but
our
okay.
ways, all of us are chosen to do this together. I have seen the signs.
Your signs are nothing. This desert is a construct by an old man in his watery tower.
How
Don't
much
break
did
her
you
immersion.
drink? For a man such big and strong as you are, you should be able to
Lucian?
hold your drink.
Tell her, or I swear by all my ancestors, you won't have legs to stand on.
At which point, Dave like puffs out her little chest and goes, Dave! And she sets her wings on fire with fireball because she really wants to communicate that she's a phoenix and she's seen a sign and there is a prophecy.
Oh, please take some damage for me, Dave.
Yes, I will.
Oh
She sets herself on fire and dies.
no! Oh no!
You don't die. You probably had 8 hit points from the cure wounds. It was cast at level 7.
Okay.
Shit, there goes my plans for taking over the temple.
Remembering that I'm not allowed to use magic in the hold, that I promised that I won't use it, I'm going to take my cloak and throw it over her to quench.
I mean, for the record, Dave only has 7 hit points, so it's really easy to kill Dave. I just figured she kind of popped up to pretty much full when she got a kill wounds.
How much of the XP of Dave?
Oh dear.
But she's down to 3 hit points, is how I've done it.
What
They're
are you
going-
doing, my friend? You are not a daughter of the desert. I know you have the heat in your heart, but we know all that you are not resistant to it. You shouldn't put yourself on fire. I know you liked the story about the burning bird, about the phoenix, but please don't do this.
Dave! The burning bird.
So, Kellic.
One day,
Everything will be
maybe
okay.
you will be a phoenix.
You realize that they're going to find out, and they're going to kill you when they do.
Shh, lower your voice. As far as I'm
Don't-
concerned, this isn't my fault.
Thank you very much, Israel, for that donation.
So you'll go with a lie to save your own hide?
Is it bad that I'm gonna say yes?
I'm gonna
I
like
got a
get
sword. I got a sword. That's something. That's not a lie.
show me this sword.
I was this way then.
Yes, show him. It's golden,
And
it
I'm like
means the
still holding him up, just kind of like.
Kelly,
I guess I'm supporting him that just.
you promised no violence. You swore to abide by guest law. We are all guests here.
Dave
I'm
is
gonna
gonna sit
lift
on
him
the
up a slight bit more, and I'm just gonna like just toss him onto the ground.
I know that you are a
Legs.
strong warrior, and this is trying for you. So thank you. It will all be clear in the end. It always is with my mother.
Don't. And he's gonna like look at you as if he's about to say something, and he's just gonna grip Lucian by the arm and just start dragging him.
As
Whatever.
you bend down to pick up Lucian, a wave of nausea hits you. You begin to throw up, and you fall forward, passing out.
I throw my hands
No
in the air.
constitution check? What?
Thank you very much for the donation, Isriver.
Is there gonna be one episode where I don't pass out? Is there? No.
Hey, at
Is
least
there
you're
gonna
just
be one?
drunk this time. You're not dead.
It's true.
Oh, yeah.
I've thrown
different
up
kind
on
of poison.
Dave. Kellic's thrown up on me.
Dave is full on sat on the floor, full on grumpy bird, all like fluffed up and singed, because no one is listening to her or caring about what she has to say. But she
Let's
can't
go-
set herself on fire again.
Let's go. Get the sword.
I turn Kelek to the side so he isn't going to choke on his own puke.
As he turns over, he suddenly wakes up. This tactical vom was exactly what he needed as he comes back with full HP. Lucian, however, that vom has somewhat upset you.
So I'm gonna throw up, aren't I?
No.
Oh, good.
But you remember them bugs that you ate earlier?
Not for that.
Oh no.
One climbs out of your throat and onto your tongue.
Every week, the bugs return.
Bleh.
As you pull, it is attached to your tongue now.
Bleh.
As you pull hard, its pincers rip your tongue as it comes away, and your mouth fills with blood.
Am I sober or am I still drunk?
You're sober.
Okay.
This is the tongue.
I have to say, seeing you both like this, it is very hard to believe that you are indeed chosen.
You take 2 points of
Jeez.
damage, Lucian.
He's not. He's not even a damn trident. He's a tiefling.
Ileana comes back. My friends, it is getting late and it is time to rest. Come, you will have a long day tomorrow, I am sure.
Absolutely.
We will just retrieve the chosen sword.
No.
Yes, I will be finding another place to sleep tonight.
Ah, it is most gracious of you.
I mean that there is nowhere to sleep in my room now that my bed is destroyed. But the chosen one has come, and all things must change.
Sorry.
I say, looking at his tongue sticking out. The blood. The rituals of those newcomers are strange.
The hospitality had been very kind, and I wish you a happy day.
Indeed.
I can't understand you.
Good.
No, same here.
No one's meant to.
Dave would translate, but Dave's busy being a grumpy bear with wild magic circling around.
I think it's time to go and find a sword. Is my
You can make your way to her bedroom. As you get there, and you will follow, I assume. The sword lays nestled in the bed. Like,
Just-
point down.
Just immediately gonna stalk over to the sword, and I'm just gonna like just grip it and just yank it out and look at it.
But it is meant for the chosen one.
Don't.
Does
Give me that.
not budge.
Only he can
Sword.
pull it out.
I'm gonna stare at it. I'm gonna pull at it, just like confused.
Make me a strength check.
Okay. Strength check, just a straight one.
Yeah.
Okay. So just strength.
Yep.
21.
You lift the bed. The sword does not come free.
Why don't you listen to me, I say, and the fire of my hair is crackling. You are not meant to wield this weapon. It was given to him, and his hand is the only one, is the only hand who can wield this sword.
This is exactly why I don't like magic. Lucian, and I'm just gonna drop the bed. Poof.
Dave
Go on.
still hops from foot to foot, looking as though she wants to say something.
Dave?
Dave does.
Well, I thought you did a moment ago. You were upset that no one was listening to you.
She already did the Phoenix thing, but I think she's probably angry enough or confused enough that a wild magic surge may happen.
Oh no.
I don't know my luck, and I don't think it's gonna go well, but I'm gonna put my hand on the hilt of the sword. Pull it up.
As you pull it, it feels much like when you slashed through the watery plain. And that tearing of the fabric of reality. As you pull, it's like pulling a plunger that's pulling something with it. And as you pull the sword free, the bed is whole again. The rest of you will see it assemble before your eyes.
I knew it! You are chosen!
He's
The desert blessed you.
Lucian.
We delighted.
Tell her, or I will.
You are meant to wield this sword, and you will help those people fulfill their prophecy. And the sign of the phoenix will be fulfilled. For I have seen it in the desert.
Excuse me for a minute. He's just gonna lay the sword back down on the bed. Take off.
I don't
Can I try to grab him before he runs out of the room?
We'll take some opposed athletics checks. There is an open balcony nearby.
24.
So as Kellic grabs Lucian, that is where I think we will wrap up tonight's session. So you guys, thank you for playing along. I hope you all enjoyed it this week. Next week, I would like you all to return at level 2.
Oh yes.
Yay! It is a gift from the desert.
Unless Kellet kills me first, in which case, oh.
Kellic is so mad about everything right now. He's just like, wizards, fucking assassins, this shit. He's done. He's done. He's so mad.
Poor guy.
So, this time we will go in. I can't remember what order we started in because you've all changed cameras around. So we'll go in stream order. We will start with Charlie. Charlie, how did you find the game?
I had loads of fun as usual with all the chaos and chaos. It's pretty much the prevailing wind in our desert. I ship Kellic and Ahmed so hard. I love it so much. Amazing RP from everyone this week, as usual. Scrat keeping up with us all, doing crazy, stupid things. I appreciate it muchly.
Oh, I appreciate the crazy, stupid things. They keep this whole thing interesting.
And thanks to chat as well, who have been keeping us on our toes when we maybe don't have toes. So, thank you to everyone for hanging out. I had a great time.
Fantastic, fantastic. So,
Oh, for self-promotion.
yes, the whole self-promotion thing.
Alright, hideous self-promotion time. Tomorrow at 9 PM UK, 4 PM EST, I will be over on Encounter Roleplay playing some Warhammer with Scrat's lovely wife Alice. And we just finished interrogating one guy, we're going after another guy. It's standard Warhammer time, so if you like grimdark fantasy, come over and check that out. If not, I hear there is some wonderful one-shot wonders happening on this channel tomorrow. So you can always come here too.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Charlie. And next, we have Chorus. Hey, Chorus.
Hey, I'm Koros RPG. You can find me on twitch.tv/same name, and on Twitter as the same name as well. On Twitch right now, I'm going through a charity stream that is going to run through Wednesday night. We're playing Devil May Cry, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to be around at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As for this game, my favorite part was the contest with Ahmed, and while you guys didn't see, Faja and Charlie were both just like, oh my gosh, just spears and hip action, and oh, they're so cool, and I'm just like, it was the worst and the best at the same time, but it was a good game today. I loved it so much.
Thank you so much. And next we have Man of the Hour, Slade. How you doing, Slade?
You dropped me right in it.
Yes, literally.
Well, I'm Slade, also known as Crit Dice Gaming or Crit Dice on Twitter. I did not think I was going to be the chosen one. I was half expecting the sword to still be stuck, so the fact that it's free freaks me out. Yeah, but definitely my favorite moment tonight was the relationship that's building between, the assassins and Kellic. I bet they do beautiful weddings. I bet they do. But yeah, self-promotion. You can catch me on my Twitch, where I do D&D stuff or games, or most well known for being the DM for The Witcher Genesis on Madame Gandalf's channel, Wednesdays 8 PM EST. So if you want to check me in my full glory, that is where I am. But I had a great night, and I can't wait to see what the hell happens next week.
And last but most certainly not least, Tahina.
I had so much fun. I mean, I had lots of fun last week, but I really did the whole Kellic budding love. We had so much fun in chat here. And also, I'm so concerned about Dave. I mean, last time she was jumping from the straw and from dune and nothing really serious happened. But this time she jumped from a temple and set herself on fire. So for one moment, I thought you were dead. And I was like, oh.
I thought I killed Dave too, because the thing is she has Featherfall, but I was like, nah, she's not going to cast it. She believes.
I
She's
was
ready.
so scared. You really scared the crap out of me for one moment. If you don't see me playing here with Forja and her weird accent, you can watch me this Sunday over at Fumbles and Fame, where I play Runa Rikasdottir, the cleric of Cannonball, and in Tomb of Annihilation we are shipwrecked, so the whole party is split, and yay, as if Tomb of Annihilation is not bad enough. So come over and check that out.
Fantastic. Fantastic. So, that only leaves me. I have a great amount of fun DMing this campaign. This is probably one of the more planned campaigns I've ever done. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've actually been looking at notes whilst I play. This is unheard of. I usually ride the chaos throughout the campaign, but no, this time there's a plan. It's all coming together. So if you weren't worried before, Slade, you should be now. If you guys want to get involved, these are my social links. You definitely want to get in the Discord. We've got a lovely little community in there. I love how much I can brag about it. It's a beautiful, friendly, inclusive community that welcomes everyone. We'll help you create characters. We'll talk about rules. We'll talk about character generation and share ideas, and we'll share artwork and everything else in there. I'm genuinely proud of it. If you want to get a game, come over onto Twitter, give me a follow, and pop me a DM, and I'll get you in a game. I've got a diary around here somewhere. We're currently still taking a couple of spaces at the end of July, I think, and then we are going into August. So the sooner you send me a message, the sooner you get a game. And YouTube is where this will be uploaded in around 24 hours' time. We are about to upload yesterday's game, the Gehenna Nin game, with the many, many pandas. And that will be great fun also. I have a Patreon. We recently hit our first goal. We are moving swiftly on to the next one. We've recently just included merch in our goal. You can now get t-shirts and hoodies at the higher tier Patreon levels. So I think it's $25 patrons now get a t-shirt entirely for free. Just pop your address in, and a $50 one will get a free hoodie. And I am looking at making, I think, you have to give me some feedback on whether this is a good idea or not. But I am thinking about giving a golden hoodie for £50 subscribers only. This is a hoodie with a gold logo on it that would only be £50 patrons and then removed again as soon as I've sent it out. So that's all in the works. But yeah, there's also a competition on that link as well. So if you want free merch without having to come and be a patron, then go and enter the competition for a chance to win. Plug. That's enough plugging. We are going to head over to the very recently mentioned Fumbles and Fame, where they are playing some Dungeons & Dragons Online.
Oh yeah, I think they're doing the Seal of Chantokor quest chain. They finally made it out of the waterworks and now are in the marketplace in the steam tunnels.
I will not lie, I've never played D&D Online. I played SWTOR, I played WoW, never played D&D Online.
This game is 12 years.
Interesting.
No, I've played it from the beginning. I had breaks and I met my husband online. We're now 10 years married, so go play.
Congratulations to you. I used to play SWTOR. I played SWTOR for 7 years. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for all your donations and your support and all your follows and retweets and everything else. It's very much appreciated. As always, keep evoking emotions, and we will see you next week. See you later.
Bye.